The ministry we're looking at today is Youth for Christ. To get started, fire up a web browser and point it to yfc.net. Youth for Christ, or YFC for short, is obviously centered around youth ministry. As a glance at their website reveals, they're approaching youth ministry from several different angles and have content for several different audiences. There's ministry content specifically for young people. There's material for adults, particularly the parents of young people. And then there are resources for YFC staff who are out there working in different aspects of youth ministry. To get just a quick idea of the very broad extent of YFC's ministry, scroll down and click on the YFC Ministries image. This lengthy list of ministries shows exactly how broad YFC's scope is. YFC is behind ministries like Campus Life and Project Serve, which you might be familiar with, as well as some other ministries, like this one to teen parents, and another one to military teens. Today we won't be looking at all these ministries. You can take some time on your own to explore the ones that interest you. But we are going to go back and take a quick tour of the content YFC has on their main website. So let's head back there now. First up is their devotional for young people, the Daily Bide, as in Abide in Me. It's a daily devotional that includes a list of questions that help readers connect the message to their everyday life. It's an excellent devotional for young people, but it's actually part of a bigger YFC site called 3story.org, which you can get to by clicking on this logo in the top left. Let's do that now. Now, at Gospel Communications lately, we've done a lot of thinking and talking about how stories and narratives can be used to share the gospel. Well, lo and behold, YFC's 3Story site is doing exactly that. It's using real everyday stories, as opposed to sermons or preachy-sounding articles, to communicate biblical ideas to kids. On the left here, you can see the Daily Bide devotional that we just looked at. Next to it is the collection of stories. These are short, casually written anecdotes from kids' everyday lives that are connected to a biblical theme or a passage from Scripture. Further off to the right are feeds drawn in from other ministry websites, including, you might note, several websites in the GospelComm Alliance. There's a lot of content here, and it's well worth passing along to any young people you know. But let's pop back out to the main website to check out just a few more things. YFC has several good resources for parents in this green section here. First up is the blog of YFC's president, Fragments, which features regular stories that are aimed more at adults. Some of the posts are specifically about youth ministry, others are just generally thought-provoking, but it's well worth reading. Back on the main page, there's another great resource for parents of teens in the form of YFC's YFC for Parents podcast. YFC for Parents is a weekly radio show that deals with all sorts of parenting questions. Drugs, sex, self-image, tragedies like Virginia Tech, and many more topics. You can subscribe to this podcast using iTunes or another podcast program, or you can just click the download link here to download it or listen to it right here on the website. Back on the main website again, one more quick item to cover. YFC's ministry includes outreach and mission projects for both kids and adults. For kids, Project Serve connects them to mission and relief opportunities. For adults, it's YFC's World Outreach site. If you're interested in getting involved in a mission trip of some sort, whatever your age, just visit the appropriate site, the Project Serve or the World Outreach site. Now lastly, there's a section of material for YFC staff here on the right. It's not terribly useful if you're not a staff member, but there's info on how to get involved with YFC if you're so inclined. Well, this wraps up our brief tour of the YFC website. I hope this has given you a glimpse of YFC's incredible ministry to both kids and adults. Take a few minutes on your own to click around on their site and see what interests you. Have fun.